The internet teaches me to be a bad person every single day. This is Susie Pesto Stitch level story. Maybe one of the worst breakup revenge stories I've ever heard. A man buys a car and puts the title of the car in his ex-girlfriend's name. Then he takes it over to the airport and casually continues to repark it while it accrues tickets in the amount of $100,000 in her name. The story was first told back in 2012, but I hadn't heard it, and it keeps getting brought up because, as I mentioned, it is like store-bought pesto level crazy. This is Brandon Prevost and his ex-girlfriend Jennifer Fitzgerald. And the car in question. So back in 2008, while these two lovebirds were happily dating, Brandon bought a car from his uncle. The article says it's 2008, but I think the car was like a 1999 Monte Carlo. He bought it for $600. He paid cash, and even though he was the principal driver, he went ahead and put the title in Jennifer's name. So they break up at some point. In November 2009, Brandon, who's a United Airlines worker, takes the car to the Chicago airport and parks it. And every so often, he moves the car. And when he moves the car, he moves the ticket. So there aren't like a bunch of tickets accruing on the window of the car. The car, which looks something like this. Now, typically, after 30 days, these cars get towed to some sort of impound lot. But because Brandon kept moving the car and kept moving the tickets, I guess no one figured it out. So for 3 years, this car just kept getting ticketed, and the ticket amounts kept getting worse because things happened, like the tag expired and parts of the car were becoming dilapidated and falling off. And eventually she starts getting notices that she's getting these tickets from the airport, but she can't move the car because it's not her car. Even though it's in her name, it's his car. So she's calling him and begging him, please move the car. I'm going to lose my license. Eventually she has to file a lawsuit. And she's like, hey, y'all should have moved the car after 30 days. Why did it keep getting ticketed? This is $105,000 in unpaid parking tickets. Stop. And so here's the wildest part. The city eventually agrees to drop $100,000 in fines, and it brings the total to just under $5,000. Brandon has to pay $1,600 of that. Guess who has to pay the rest? Jennifer Fitzgerald, this girl who wasn't even dating him when he parked the car there. She had to pay $78 until that car was paid off. On the one hand, it's genius and I want to remember it for chaos. But on the other hand, I'm thinking of my girl Jennifer. Are you okay? If you're on here, just go ahead and find Susie's pesto story and stitch that. We are all here for you.